right, to close it out here, we have Broncos at Texans, which is suddenly a very important game with two teams battling for a wild card. Ninth best matchup for Russ, 10th best matchup for Stroud. I don't care. Stroud is my 5. Russ Wilson is surprisingly high. He is my 11, so I think he's a start in this probably high-scoring game, but Stroud is an absolute must-start. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. You got to fire up Stroud. He's just living on he's just been so good this entire year. He had the 3 interception game the week before. He comes back. He's 26-36, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then he gives you 6 for 47 on the ground. He's been awesome, and he's been the rookie of the year by far. He's still in the MVP discussion for me, even though he lost to Lawrence, but whatever. And Lawrence is good. Or sorry, Wilson, he's QB12. I'm riding Russell Wilson. I'm back in for fantasy. Let's ride, baby.
Best matchup for running backs for the Texans, 16th best for the Broncos. My highest ranked here is going to be Devin Singletary. I'm almost certain. One sec, let me check.
He's high for me.
It is. I have Singletary at 20. I have Javonte at 23. I have Pierce down at 31, and I feel like Pierce is going to get moved down. I watched a podcast yesterday where they feel that Pierce is just slowly being worked back into this from injury. I disagree. I think Singletary's the guy, and I think Pierce is useless. I also want nothing to do with McLaughlin there unless it's a desperation play. Same can be said about the Italian Stallion. So for me, I'm very close here on Singletary and Williams. I have Williams ranked higher, but I think I'm going to move Singletary up higher. This isn't another one for me. This is a swing game for Singletary. If he goes another game where he is still definitively the guy and Pierce is not taking his job back, Pierce is going to fall right off a cliff, and Singletary is going to skyrocket up to Zach Moss territory. So, but for now, I have him and Javonte, Singletary and Javonte close. How about you?
Yeah, I have Singletary at 16. Javonte's at 21, I think, and I'm all aboard the Singletary train. We've talked about it for a while. He just fits the offense better. It's an ideal fit. On the other side, Pierce does not, and it's no surprise they brought a new offense coordinator, different scheme, different situation, and it completely changes the running back. So yeah, I want no part of Pierce like you're talking about. It's just another inefficient game on the ground where he had 12 attempts, but he saw less than half the snaps. Meanwhile, Singletary was at 82% of the snaps and just getting a ton of passing down work. Javonte is interesting, and I actually like him in this matchup because he saw 24 opportunities. So, you're getting usage like that. It's really hard to drop him outside the top 24. So, I'm all aboard with Javonte, too, this week.
Wide receivers, 19th best matchup for the Broncos, 26th best matchup for the Texans. I think I've got a bunch of starters in this. I have Dell at 9, Nico at 18, Cortland at 21, and I'm sure I have Judy ranked somewhere half decent. Judy's 38, so I essentially have 4 startable receivers here. Mims I'll play if you're absolutely desperate. I don't mind. Is no Brown. I feel like he's lower because I think he's still hurt, but I have solid options here. I very much prefer the 2 Texans. Then I have a huge gap to Sutton, then a massive gap to Judy, and then desperation to Mims and Brown. What do you think?
Yeah, it comes down to pass volume in these offenses. And I mean, Dell's been incredible this year. Nico's been good, but the pass attempts are going to just dramatically shift towards the Texans in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they have at least 10 more pass attempts, between the 2 offenses. That's just kind of how Denver operates. They keep it close to the vest. They like to run it. They just keep it slow. Meanwhile, Houston's just chucking the rock all over the place. So Dell's going to be higher. I have Dell, then I have Sutton, and then Collins, and then it's a tier gap, and then it's Judy and Brown if he plays. But I don't really expect Brown to do much of anything. So it's those top 3 who I'm very confident in starting. As far as official ranking, I think where is he at? Yeah, Judy's at 40, Nico's at 32, and then it's up a little higher. Sutton's at 18, and Dell is at 14, I think.
Yeah, the tight ends I'm not playing either. Troutman, they both get good matchups, but Troutman I don't want any part of, and Schultz I just removed from my rankings, so I don't even have a Texans tight end really ranked. I'd have to adjust it. Like I said, I just took them out now. Yeah. The kickers are the 10th and 11th best matchup. I have Lutz at 10. I have Amendola at 15, so they're both playable if you have to. The DSTs I don't really want any part of here. The matchup is better for the Texans, but the Broncos have been a lot better as of late. Yeah. I have the Texans at 15. I have the Broncos at 20. So I I don't really want any of these tight ends, kickers, or defenses in this matchup. I'd like to steer clear of all of them. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the starting Houston Texans tight end's gonna be Brevin Jordan now. But realistically, like you don't want to play any one of those guys. Troutman sucks, so no thank you. And the defenses and kickers, yeah, I'm with you. Just avoid if you can. Like that just seems like the best way to go this game.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that wraps up our AFC home games preview. We will be back Sunday at noon, right up until kickoff for our start sit show, and then Sunday night at 8 o'clock for the game recap. Good luck in week 13, everyone. We will see you Sunday at noon. Take care, everyone.